Anyway, we were friendly, Marilyn and I, and for a while had been very friendly. In the interim, I had transformed myself, through no little effort, into the private eye to the stars. This was a nice trick since I lived in Chicago, though the A1's ongoing security job with the Beverly Hills Hotel meant I had a bungalow whenever and for however long I might need one. I also had an ex-wife out here, a former actress now married to a once successful producer, neither of whom I gave a shit about. I gave much more than a shit about my teenage son, Sam, who was actually Nathan Samuel Heller Jr., only we had called him Sam when he was little, to avoid having two Nates around. Before long, my wife was happy not to have any Nate around. So Sam it was, now a happy 14-year-old. Why happy? Wouldn't you be, if you were a 14-year-old male whose father had got him onto the set of Marilyn Monroe's nude swimming scene? When you are divorced and your wife has custody of your only child and the other dad is a film producer, once successful or otherwise, you have to work to stay on your kid's good side. Sam was not impressed with celebrities generally, having seen plenty, but this was different. I was fairly certain his first sexual experience had been with the signed-to-him nude Monroe calendar I'd given him on his 13th birthday. His mother still didn't know about that. This was his 15th birthday present, even though this was May, and the real date wasn't till September. Some gifts you grab when they present themselves. I'd kept the nature of what we'd be witnessing to myself, just promising Sam a treat, and he put up with that. We cut each other plenty of slack, since we often had half a continent between us, and anyway, in my mid-50s, I was pretty old for a teen's dad. Sam looked a lot like me, identical except for his mother's brown hair, and not my reddish variety, and was already within 2 inches of my 6 feet. He was slender, and so was I. I'd lost my paunch in an effort to regain my youth. So I looked goddamn good in my lightweight gray Glen Plaid Clippercraft suit, with lighter gray shirt, Van Heusen tab collar, and thin black silk tie. Sam was in a tan-striped Catalina pullover and brown beltless Jamar slacks. We were a sporty pair. Keep in mind that I was already in solid with the kid for getting him out of school for the day. This was a Wednesday, and he had something like a week and a half left before summer vacation. So I was cool, for a dad. He did complain that I didn't have a convertible, which in California was a criminal offense. My wheels, technically part of the A1's fleet, were merely a white 1960 Jaguar 3.8, leather seats, walnut interior, disc brakes, automatic transmission. Convertibles blow my business papers around, I said at the wheel, tooling around the Fox lot, and muss my hair. Get it cut, he said, rubbing his hand over the bristle of his crew cut. I don't like the smell of butch wax. Come on, Dad, grow up. I didn't share with Sam my opinion of crew cuts, which was that they were for servicemen, bodybuilders, and homosexuals, not necessarily mutually exclusive groups. Kids his age didn't need having their sexuality undermined. In fact, my mission today was just the opposite. Of course, in trying to impress my kid, whose other father was a producer, did I mention the fat prick used to be successful? I should have picked a lot other than Fox's. The grand old studio was scrambling to stay afloat. Clouds of dust crowded the blue out of the sky, over bulldozers making way for apartment buildings and office towers. The out-of-control Liz Taylor picture Cleopatra, currently filming in Rome, had required the selling off of such fabled backlot locations as Tyrone Power's Zorro Hacienda, Betty Grable's Down Argentine Way Ranch, and Lana Turner's Peyton Place Town Square. Marilyn's new picture, which Hedda Hopper and Luella Parsons called Troubled, was in fact the only going project on the lot. Jeez, Sam said, elbow out the rolled-down window. It's a lousy ghost town. The streets of this soundstage city had once been hopping with cowboys and Indians, pirates and dancing girls. Even the trees and lawns were brown and dying, palms and ferns too. Had they cut off the water, or had the water company cut off Fox? As per Pat Newcomb's instructions, I drove directly to Marilyn's recently constructed bungalow, which had the look of a small prefab suburban house. I left Sam in the Jag and went up to the door, where a security guard was on watch. I showed my special pass, and he knocked for me. I was greeted by Pat Newcomb, slim in a yellow blouse and tan slacks, 30 or so, her light brown hair cut chin length. We knew each other only slightly. She was attractive, but not too attractive.